All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are doing amazing today. I know I am because I'm in Bangkok, Thailand right now. I know. So we switched it up. I'm out of Phuket. I'm in Thailand, or I'm still in Thailand, but I'm in Bangkok now. All right, so my flight leaves in about 24 hours to go back home. So from that, I wanted to bring you this video because I'm not going to be really trading till, I'm just going to take the week off probably next week. So don't expect anything too crazy. Maybe I'll jump on Wednesday, but you know, Monday is a whole travel day. Tuesday is I don't want to be looking at anything. I just want to settle in for the day. So this will probably be the upload for at least guaranteed 3-4 days, but after that, we'll go from there. I'll try to keep you guys updated. Maybe there won't be another video this week, but in this one, we're just going to draw out the fresh daily supply and daily demand zones, and that's it. Just look at what's fresh. Maybe what's tested too. Maybe we'll talk about it, but I want to go through everything since I'm not sure if I'll have another trading video for the week. I'm not sure. I don't know. If I decide to take a week off, I'll let you know, but if I do decide not to trade, then maybe I'll upload like a quick 5-minute, 10-minute video and just do that. But I'd rather not be looking at charts for when it's my time off. You know, it's the middle of summer. You know, middle of summer, and the banks are off on their holiday. So let's get this thing going. I'm just going to be talking about Euro, US. Oh, we're going to go through them all, but let's talk about it. Here we go. Fresh. I would look up here. We have a nice big rally-based drop at the very extreme, and then it's demand. I'd have that level out there. Now I know this is a weekly demand zone too, so I would stretch it down to there. But then we are in that range right now. We talked about this supply zone and we talked about this demand zone. So right now we are sitting in that range, going range bound. So if you were to play that range, I would want to wait to see price starting to turn. But remember, this is all on your own analysis. But looks like that's what it's doing. You got fresh up there, fresh down there. So maybe you want to wait. Let's keep going. We're not going to get into too much theory here, since we just want to go through all the charts. And I've started to grow on the theory. I kind of like the theory where we just talk about it. All right, GU. I don't see anything. Let's see if we can find something fresh. Yeah, so that's where prices reacted off of. Rally-based rally, and then the next fresh pound USD one is not till down here. So that's what it would look like. You could say this was a test from this zone if you really wanted to, something like that, but personally I would draw it like this. It's another rally based drop. Nice drop out, confirmed. Starting to see that turn. Aussie USD. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, I switched up a lot of my pairs. Now I'm just kind of trading. I got rid of a lot of the pairs that I was just like losing on. So I got rid of those, any of those. It was most of the CAD pairs. I kept USDCad now, because I'm like a 50% win rate on that, so I decided to keep that. But then I just kept some of the minors too. So I got all the majors and then a couple of the minors. It's all mostly yen, euro, Aussie, so like that. But I just kind of got rid of any bad pairs that I just weren't trading well. Anyways, let's keep going. Here's a nice zone I like on Aussie US dollar. And for supply, I like that area. So definitely, I think this is the weekly chart too. We remove this supply zone now. We're in that weekly uptrend. We have weekly supply up there, so I'd be in buy mode, personally. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, so fresh daily there. We got daily demand down here too, then ultimately down there. Not the biggest fan of this one, but this is the next fresh. And then weekly and daily supply up there. Once again, guys, I'm just talking about the drop-based drops, drop-based rallies, all those 4 patterns. That's it. Let's see. We got New Zealand USD. Looks like I know we talked about this zone. Looks like I blew through, and I believe we were talking about this one next. That would possibly be the corrective move down. So I'd be wary of those and those. So maybe before I go into a chart, if you guys want to test how you guys are drawing them, you know, we're going to go to UJ next, USD yen. So if you want to quickly look at your chart and be like, hey, this is what I'm watching, this is what I'm watching, this is how I would draw them, and then compare it to me. It might take you a little bit of time, but it's probably going to be a very good learning curve. US yen, I think most of us would agree we're bouncing off this USD yen right now. Oops, hold on. We're going to be bouncing off this USD yen, off that demand zone, and supply. Oh, I remember this one now. If we look at the weekly chart, really quick. We remove this weekly supply here, and we also broke that downward momentum line. If you want to draw it like that, or potentially like that. We broke it, so we created demand, and now price is reacting off of that demand down here. So we quickly remove everything. Say that's the demand. We do have a drop-based drops, not honestly the best, but it's cutting the profit margin right now. It would be that. And then our next opposing fresh supply wouldn't be till here. And I would say this one because we've broken this demand, and we've also broken this upward momentum line, how I would personally draw, like that. So we created supply there, we created supply there. That one's already been in play. These both demands are in play, and we have fresh up there, and fresh up here too, and up here. Oops. Can we find fresh demand? Ooh, I wouldn't really. I would not worry about it, considering this wick is just wicking all the way down. Just that liquidity search. So with that flash crash that happened a long time ago, I know opens up a lot of profit margin. All right, USD Swiss. Let's see, demand. Ooh, this is a very tough one because I don't like this one. And I say that. I got short this, but I got short at this level. And I'll tell you why. We were clearly in that USD daily downtrend. Weekly downtrend too. We had fresh supply up there. And we were also on a weekly downtrend. And this is, I believe, like a weekly supply up here. But what I didn't like about these levels is that it did not remove an opposing daily supply zone. I like to see opposing zones being removed, telling me that it's better than just a rally, like here, rally-based rally, but it didn't remove anything to the left. So it was kind of like, well, it can't really get confirmation, it can't remove anything, so it's just kind of like a weaker probability trade setup. And we clearly still have supply up here. We're in a weekly downtrend, so like these things were stacking up to me where it came to the point where I just didn't want to feel comfortable taking a long in there. But since we removed this demand zone, we're going into theory here. We removed that demand zone, and we were in a weekly downtrend. And then I was thinking, oh, well, there we go. We removed an opposing zone. So I was looking at these levels up here, and I caught this one. Yes, something was like that. So I caught that move. No, I think I have my entry there though. Yeah, I think it was that move, and my target was down here. It was like a 1.5 to 1, I think. But I was also targeting that one. But let's keep going on. Anyways, USDCAD. Oh, another trade that I got on there this week. USDCAD daily chart. It's starting to slow down a bit, but oof, a little hesitant on how I want to draw these. Maybe something like that. I saw that we were in that daily downtrend. We don't have daily fresh demand at all. If we look here, this is where current price is right now. By that black line. Look at this. Tested, broke through, tested. We really don't have fresh till down here. So that just told me we're in that downtrend. The Canadian dollar is just on a tear lately. So I was just trying to catch pullbacks. That was my thought process, right? And then I was looking at the 1 hour. I always talk about confirmation with you guys, and waiting for price to turn. And what did we get here? You guys keep asking me, what does that mean? And well, that's what it means. prices were moved in the opposing zone on a smaller time frame. So I think my stop was 4 or 5 pips above, so I believe it was somewhere like that. First target was, I believe, somewhere here, 1.5 to 1. I think my entry was, maybe I cleaned it up on the 30 minutes, I think. Yeah, something like, I don't know, I forget. But that was it. It was 1.5, and then my second one I held down till, I think somewhere here. I think it was a 4.5, 5 to 1. Got out. Worked like a beauty. And then I was going to eye this zone here, but it was Friday. This would have been a loss too. It was Friday, and I don't know, I just decided to just relax for the rest of the week. Just chill out. It was like 3 days ago. So I just was talking to people, and I just got hung up, and just didn't want to trade anymore. But that was the zone I was watching. So that one would have been stopped out, and I was watching it because it brought out the new low too. It removed all the previous lows and was continuing that downtrend. So that's why I was like, oh, good. And I know some people were short a couple other pounds, or pound CAD, EUROCAD. Like there was other traders trading, shorting, or trying to long that CAD. And it worked out, but that stop hunt happened, right? So that came out from the news. Canadians news put out really bad results, and it spiked all the way up, and then it came all the way down. But anyways, let's keep going. Let's go into gold. Gold. See, I really wish I know I talked to you guys about this a long time ago, but if you haven't been following me for the past month, you guys know, where's this thing that I was talking about, these zones. I think it was this zone right here. Something like that. So it's like a whole daily, weekly zone too. If we look on the weekly chart, that's what it looks like on the weekly. Fresh. Right here. And prices never came back to it. So that's why I was watching it, and it's a big zone for being on a daily time frame, and this move very well could have already happened now. But that was definitely an area for selling I was looking at, but I never got in it. If we look, I don't like buying any of that. The next time I would look to buy, personally, I would be like down here. But that's in that supply right now. We got demand there. We're creating this base, which is never a good idea. Looks like this candle has been very volatile. It's been up, it's been down, it's been crazy, man. I don't think it's the best opportunity to be chasing right now. I think just relax. That's what I'm doing. Silver. I think we're reacting off of that. I talked about silver. I talked about this zone right here. I was like, I like this zone. I did like this zone. Except silver went from 15, literally made almost $2. It made like a $1.50 move in 1 week. It's crazy. It's like what, 10%? It's crazy. But we are watching this weekly supply zone up here. Just completely got obliterated. Definitely not something that I would want to just sell at. Now we're coming up into here. There's going to be a lot of support and resistance. A lot of people trying to sell this. There's probably some EMA guys out there. I don't know. But this is definitely a big sand, like a line in the sand. This just kind of reminds me of Bitcoin. Remember how Bitcoin, we go to Bitcoin, I'm just kind of rambling now, but we'll get back. Bitcoin had that, that big drop. Where's daily? Oh yeah. This is kind of look like silver. This is the weekly chart. If you go to the daily chart, kind of looks like silver. We had this big drop. It was based for a long time, and then it dropped. And then I was talking about this one. Well, there's going to be lots of support and resistance traders. But I don't know, I was thinking, well, everybody's going to be watching this zone, and if everybody's watching this zone, then it's probably not going to be working. And it completely got blown through. So silver, I have no idea what the hell is going to happen. If I don't see an opportunity, I just don't do anything. So if we go back to the weekly, it literally looks like Bitcoin potentially. Everybody's watching this zone, this whole area right now. And it's getting sold off. Maybe if it falls all the way down to 15.1, I don't know. But just not interested right now, personally. Let's keep this thing going. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Potentially the last video. Let's see. U.S. oil there, and demand down there. If you guys are still playing the game of where you guys go ahead for one chart time frame or one chart, mark out the zones. It's cool. I was watching this zone 100%. I was posted it and I said I was watching for buys potentially. No, completely got blown through. And then supply, we were talking about this one up here, and I still really like these zones up there. Those are the next fresh ones. Fresh demand, fresh supply. I like those zones a lot. Right now I'd be waiting personally. If we wanted to go into there, I didn't see any great opportunity inside that 1 hour. This was what was happening inside that level. You could have potentially maybe gone along with that pullback, but I really didn't like it, and the reason I say that is because of this right here. 30 minutes you could probably see it. No, 15 minutes in. I remember I saw something. I think it was this. I don't know, but I didn't like it yet. I just didn't like it. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's do just one chart of the Dow or something, or S&P, I don't know. Looks like we finally got that turn. We had a big drop. Yeah, so we had this rally-based rally being taken out on the well, we're doing NASDAQ, I guess. Okay, I meant to do S&P. Oops. So we had this rally-based rally taken out, drop. So we had this supply. People tried to sell it, came down, and now we're back into this demand area. We had supply up there. And now we tested this demand up, coming in for that second test, and we really don't have fresh demand till down here. And yeah, this whole area. Not much of a fan of the stocks right now, though. Bitcoin. Oh, I think I just did an analysis on the 4 hour. Oh well, sorry guys. Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll skip it. I don't want to force anything. US dollar. Great. Great, great, great. So demand is, you know, I like it, but I don't like it because we talked about how it didn't remove anything. So we had this drop-based rally, but it didn't remove anything. So that's why I'm hesitant. At least this one removed supply, or removed demand. Right? But then you also got to look at, oh, well, this is just a retest of this zone, and then this zone is just a retest of this zone, and this one is a retest of this one, and this one is a retest of this one. It's like literally how it is. Each one has gone like deeper down, right? So it's like here, this is the original start. We talked about this, how we had that big reversal back in the day. We'll go to the 4 hour chart. This is good. We talked about this because I can't remember. I think it was like, I remember this. We had this set up too. I talked about. We had this big drop. We removed all this demand. I was like, man, guys, I'm really liking this zone. I really like it. Got that pullback. Boom. Came all the way down. And I talked about this one. I was like, oh, well, I kind of like this zone. Got that pullback into this zone, which was a pullback into that zone. So that's the topic of zone, what is it, parent association, zone association, the concept. Then I think I was watching this demand down there. Let's go to the daily chart. Yeah, then I think I was talking about this demand here. That one didn't work. We talked about this demand here as the next potential long, because this wick right here never came down to here, and this one never came down into here either. So that's why I liked it. Interesting. It's just an interesting concept. Let's keep going. Pound euro, just euro. Once again, there's that supply that's being in that range, and we got that demand that's just holding up that range. I know it's broken, but it's on the euro USD, it's not broken. As for fresh, you would want to be up here, and then fresh down there, right? So those are the fresh demand, fresh supply up there. Same thing on, it's the exact same daily chart on the EU. There was that daily demand down there and daily supply. Pound US dollar, we're reacting right now off that supply of right here, and I talked about it in my Twitter. I forgot to talk about it in my other video too. And I think it was, yes, it was this one. Beautiful, beautiful zone. Drop base rally. I know we talked about sometime. And that was the corrective move we were looking to watch out for. The corrective move happened, came back up, back in the daily supply. You can see that daily supply taking control right now. It's a little bearish hit. And as for fresh, I like all in that area too. It's probably the weekly supply too if we look. Yup. Yup. Alright, let's keep going again. We've been going for a while. Yen, I like this daily supply up there. Demand, decent, but I'm not the biggest fan of that. Tested. Next daily demands are not till down there. So it's a little bit of a tight range right now. Nice supply up here though. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But let's keep going. Aussie, we talked about Aussie USD before. There was that daily demand there. Daily supply. We have that daily supply and that daily supply. That's when I like to correlate my trades. Is, you know, I found out most of my best trades came from the euro, or from the majors. Sorry. So I just got to take more trades of the majors. And they're best with the US dollar. The US dollar is my best currency pair. And so yeah, that's my daily demand, daily supply, daily supply. Let's check out the New Zealand. Let's try to wrap this thing up because I did ramble in the middle. We got daily demand right there, rally base rally. We continued up. It looks like we got this supply zone there, and then supply up there. So I'd have my daily supply like that, supply there, demand there. Let's see, Swiss. I like that one there. That's fresh. Didn't remove anything though, so it might be a skip. And as for demand, we have some demand in there, some demand there, and like that whole little area is demand. We actually have some demand here too, because we've broken. I know it might be hard to see, but just highlighting drop base rallies, rally base drops, drop base drop, and a rally base rally. Oh, I got a rally base rally. So we remove this supply, which was actually a move from this. So if we remove this supply, this is that's how I got, this is the Swiss. The hell am I talking about? This is like the trade I got into Swiss with that Euro Swiss. Because we were buying the Swiss, so we were selling the USD Swiss, so it means we were buying the Swiss. And I caught that move. It was that move right here. Well, we bought this zone on the pullback, and then it worked out. It's awesome. Anyways, let's keep going. USD or CAD. It's slowing down. It's slowing down a bit. That's what's holding price. You want fresh demand. You got it down there and down there. I don't see anything fresh until up here. Supply. So that's potentially the profit. It is the profit margin, but it'd be nice if we could continue up. CAD's been the strongest pair, I believe, or one of the strongest pairs in the currency. Let's keep going. Euro pound. Oof, this is the one I've always been talking about. We were talking about this supply. I know you guys know we've been talking about this one because I keep bringing it up. Ultimately, this daily supply is where I thought we would get a decent amount of pullback. There we go. We continued this grind up, though. I'm just not interested in this. I'm trying to catch this reversal, personally. But on the weekly, it really could go a lot higher, too, because we look at the weekly. This is the weekly time frame. This is where the fresh daily supply is. And you're going to have a lot of, I think it's that CO2, not that CO2, that's that sentiment report that I talked about you guys about. It was like, now it's dropped to like, I think 4.5 to 1 ratio. of short to long, and we're beginning to grind. And they obviously know there's going to be a lot of sellers here, but if they can bump it up and hit all their stop losses and target any more people to go short, trying to call the short, just stop them out by getting that big pull up and then crush their dreams and watch it fall all the way down. It very well could happen, because there's nothing too great in that weekly supply that we're in right now except that daily supply. And we can see price has just been grinding up, so you could be trying to buy pullbacks. I know some people that have just been buying pullbacks into this. But for me, it's too high up. It's made its grinding move. It's starting to show weakness possibly, so that's why I'm not interested in playing it. It's an interesting chart though. Interesting chart. It's just slowly going higher and lower. So potentially this is where we might see a pop up or maybe a pop down. Let's keep going. Euro Aussie. Oh yeah, I like that supply there and supply there. Fresh daily demand is not till down there and down there. Clearly in that downtrend. Let's see if we can see something. Nah, nothing too crazy. I was trying to see if there was a nice one in that. There's a decent one on that 4 hour. It's that zone right there maybe, but we'll see. That's the daily. We're just talking about daily levels. Daily supply, daily demand, daily demand. We're sitting in the middle, and it's clearly in a downtrend right now for me. Oh, it depends on how you want to play that. Aussie, New Zealand. Boom. I like this demand a lot. I like that down there. Daily supply, I like that right there. Continuing that drop. Continuing that trend down. We have the drop, base drop. Looking for that pullback. Pound, yen. We're almost done here. It's been going on too long. I remember I used to bust these videos out every other day. Oof. It's long. I kind of like the quick 5-minute videos. But that's daily downtrend. We're trying to catch pullbacks up back into there. Yeah, we're not going to go any farther. New Zealand yen. Ultimately, this supply and this supply up to there. And then we got some supply there. But I don't like how it's arriving. Demand, I don't like any of that. I like, if anything, down there. But let's keep going. Euro yen. I'm not trading this at all right now. We talked about this, I think, on the weekly chart. Yeah, we had that supply zone. It never I don't even know what the hell this one's doing. You asked me, I have no idea. That's why I'm not trading it. We had this drop, base drop. Prices never respected the drop. You guys have heard me talk about this 100 times now. Price rose back up right away. Never respected it with closing outside of it. Came up, came down. Never broke that low, and then came back up to get more orders. And now we're dropping, and I don't know if we've broken that old low, have we? No. And on the daily chart, it just looks like it's just sideways. So I'm not playing it. I think there's better opportunities out there. I wait for those clean zones on my daily chart. You know, just wait for those clean zones. And then same thing with Aussie yen. It's doing nothing. It's going sideways. It's just bleh. Look at the 4 hour. I don't see anything. If you're trading this on the day, this is balance. This is something we would call balance, and we're imbalanced traders. We're trying to find the imbalances, and this is clearly in balance. Haha. All right, well, that's it. Let's end this thing. All right, cheers, guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys stayed with me, I don't know, let me know. Keep me updated if you guys actually stayed with me. Say hi. But I'm just sitting out in Bangkok right now, and I think that's it. Now I'm just talking to myself. I wonder if my neighbors can hear me. Hello, my neighbors. All right, cheers, guys. Bye-bye.